Hello everyone, we're back. When I say we, I mean literally two of us. The rest of us couldn't make it, but me, the good Dalek, and Ollie Licklater are here with a video, at least, to get out around the Christmas period.
Hello.
Yep, hi. Sorry for the sort of lack of uploads, but we are getting something out. We're alive. We're not dead. Seb almost died, but no, it's fine. So today we're doing a Christmas podcast. Talking about some of our favourite Christmas gifts, Doctor Who related Christmas gifts that we have got throughout the years. I'm going to start. We've each got about 5-ish to say. My first one is quite like it's a different thing. It's not a sort of generic gift like the rest of them. It's not a piece of merchandise or anything. It was from Christmas 2016, a trip to Cardiff and tickets for the Doctor Who experience, which was just amazing. That was my main present for that year. I remember that year because it was February 2017 that the actual trip was, but it was for me and my dad, who's also a Doctor Who fan, to go to Cardiff and tickets for the Doctor Who experience, and we had about 2 or 3 days in Cardiff, and we looked at some locations. We went to Cardiff Castle and obviously the experience, which was amazing. My mum sort of organised it all, so thanks to her. I don't think my dad even really knew about it. I don't think he knew it was fully happening, but yeah, it was great. I mean, the Doctor Who experience is amazing. That was the second time I went, the same year that it closed, and I loved going there again. It was amazing, and it was such a surprise and such a great thing to get for Christmas, the trip to go there and go to Cardiff Castle. It was absolutely fantastic.
So, one of my ones, there's quite a bit of a story to this. So, when I was in nursery, which was probably around 2008-9 time, I really wanted the blue Clockworkman figure. Not sure why, I just really wanted it. I'd go to Toys R Us with my mum most times after nursery, and I just couldn't find the Clockworkman figure anywhere. I had the black one and the purple one. I just really wanted this blue one for some reason. Then it was in around 2010 or 2011. It's in Asda, and for some reason there are a load of RTD figures just on sale, and I saw the blue Clockworkman, but because I'd spent most of my money on, the Series 5 or 6 figures that were released at the time, I didn't have enough for it. And in Christmas 2018, I finally managed to get the blue Clockworkman figure, and that was just so good to me. I was so happy because just years of searching and just nostalgia, the packaging, it's just great to finally have it after years of wanting it.
Yeah, that is a really nice figure. All the Clockworkmen are great. Yeah, my next one is also figure related. A specific set that I know I definitely got on Christmas, because it's hard to sometimes remember which ones were actually Christmas gifts, but a specific set which is one of my favourites, which I definitely got on Christmas, was the Enemies of the Third Doctor set, which I got a few years ago, and it just is one of my favourite figure sets ever. I loved it back then, even though I hadn't really seen most of the episodes yet, because I was only just getting into Classic Who, so I love it even more with sort of the context of the stories. But it is an amazing set. It's just really cool figures. It's quite a special set. The Auton is a very nice figure, and the nesting accessory is cool. The Omega is amazing. Quite different with a cloth fabric. That's something they didn't do very often, and it worked out really well. The head sculpt is amazing. And then the Drashig, which is obviously a very, not a generic figure. It stands out on the shelf. It's definitely very striking. It's a giant thing, and obviously it's like a hand puppet as well, so it's cool feature, but the detail on it is amazing. So I absolutely love that set, and I remember being really excited getting that for Christmas, because at that point it was starting to become quite hard to get a hold of, and then Forbidden Planet brought it back. I think it was quite cheap, so I was really happy to get that, and it's a brilliant set, so that's one.
Yeah, the Enemies of the Third Doctor set is a really good set. I think I've got about 3 of those lying around because they were so cheap in Forbidden Planet. I've got quite an army of Drashigs, and one of them is currently in my Christmas tree. But anyway, my second one is the Special Weapons sound effects Dalek. Again, quite a story to this. So, on the Forbidden Planet website, it was out of stock for ages. I really wanted it, but it was just never in stock. And was trying to get it for about a year, and then kind of just gave up hope and kind of forgot about it. I'm not entirely sure what year it was. I think it was either 2014 or 2015. I think it was 2014 though. I kind of just forgot I even wanted it. So I opened it, and then I was just so surprised and happy to it, because I genuinely wasn't expecting to ever get it, and it's such a rare figure. Well, any special weapons Dalek variant in either sound effects or just normal, so rare to get hold of, because remembrance sets just go for so much, and it was just great to get it.
That is a figure I have always sort of wanted. Moving on to DVDs for me, I've got 2 picks for that. The first one, a new series one, is the series 1 to 4 box set of the new series. I had to put this in just purely because it was one of the first bits of Doctor Who I saw. I have sort of vague memories of opening it, but I was very young that Christmas, so I don't know exactly what year it was, but it was definitely my first time watching those episodes. It was probably after Series 6 had just came out, and it was certainly when I'd only watched Matt Smith and I was getting into Doctor Who, and my dad loved Doctor Who, and got the Series 1 to 4 box set, and that was, before it was on Netflix and everything, and they were my first time watching those episodes, and it was amazing. I mean, it was so interesting to delve into this part of Doctor Who that I'd never seen before. I mean, way before I'd even started watching classics, even this was all new to me. I mean, I knew of it, but just watching Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant, I loved it so much, and I used to watch those episodes all the time, and I mean, I have such great memories of it, and that box set is absolutely battered now, so that's one that I really love, and it's got quite sentimental value, so that's a great one.
That's a nice story. A third one, I'd say, is the 12th Doctor Tardis. I don't know if anyone remembers what happened with that. I'm not sure anyone really knows how it happened, but for some reason, it just seemed nearly impossible to find. I think, only a few Forbidden Planets got hold of it, and you'd only really be able to find it in Toys R Us stores. Even then, you'd be lucky to even find one. I genuinely wasn't expecting to ever get hold of it, just because how much I heard that it was just so hard to find. But got that Christmas 2015, and it was just great to have it. And also because, unlike the Matt Smith ones, I'm not sure if the windows on the Matt Smith ones ever lit up like the 10th Doctor ones did. I know it had sound effects and a light up lamp, but the 12th Doctor one had pretty much everything that the original 9th and 10th Doctor one had, and it was just so cool to see, because I'm really nostalgic about getting the 9th and 10th Doctor TARDIS, so that was really good.
You're just making me so jealous with all these ones that I don't have. Now, my other DVD one is a classic DVD. Well, I've really just got to say classic DVDs in general as well, because I just love getting classic DVDs at Christmas, and it's always great watching new classics. But then one thing that specifically is the Key to Time box set, which I got last year for Christmas, just because it's it's a massive box set. It's the biggest sort of classic box set, because it has an entire season in it. So it's a good one to get at Christmas, because it's quite a big purchase just, throughout the year in terms of DVDs. So it feels like quite a special box set, and so therefore a good one to get for a gift. And I mean, I love the stories. I think season 16 is just brilliant. Bar the Stones of Blood, which I just find really dull, but the rest of the stories I genuinely like. The Armageddon Factor's not anything spectacular, but I mean, the Androids of Tara specifically is one of my favourite just Doctor Who stories in general, let alone Tom Baker's stories. But that's probably one that sticks out as a really great box set that I was very happy to add to the collection at Christmas last year.
A fourth one I'd say is probably, for some reason, literally every Christmas, I'd always somehow manage to get a rare Tyson vinyl, the box, little minifigure things. I think I started collecting them in 2015, and it was December 2015, and I already had one before that Christmas, but most of my presents then were just Titans as like stocking fillers, or from my siblings, they got me them. And I remember one of my sisters, they got me one, and it was from the Series 8 Rave, and it was the rare Cyberman skeleton water thing from Dark Water. And yeah, that just really sticks out to me because, well, ever since then, I've just managed to get rares all the time at Christmas.
My last one is a bit different. It's not really like favourite as in sort of like pieces in my collection. It's just sort of for someone I had to mention, really. I don't know about you, but I used to always, every year, get a Doctor Who annual. Not so much recently, but...
Oh yeah, that's just tradition.
Exactly. So I sort of thought I may as well mention it in this video because I think a lot of Doctor Who fans get that. It's always a thing just to get it. Even if you just don't ask for it, you just always end up getting one, really. And I mean, I used to really enjoy them actually. Like the Matt Smith and some of the early Peter Capaldi ones. I did actually read them before they got pretty crap. But either way, they're just nice to have as like a stocking filler, and it's as you say, it is sort of tradition. So, Doctor Who annuals in general, really, my last one.
My last one is probably my favourite present I've ever received.
I feel like I really know what you're about to say, but I'll just wait and see if I'm right.
Alright, okay. It is the 13 Doctors set. Is that the one you were thinking?
Yep, knew it.
So, yeah. It was Christmas 2016, and I think it was like the only present I got then, just because it was like 100 quid. And like seeing the shape of the present, I knew instantly what it was, and I was just so excited to open it. And also, back then, for some reason, I'd always like, before I even had YouTube, I'd always at Christmas do these stupid little like acting with my Doctor Who figures, and that Christmas it was a storyline involving like all the Doctors and Omega, which was loosely inspired for, I don't know if anyone actually remembers, but my original Series 2 Doctor Who FA back in 2017. But yeah, so I was kind of hoping for that, but I was really doubting that I'd get it. And my mum told me that Dad got it he was in Toys R Us. Yeah, seems to be quite a theme in this video. I miss it. And it was the last one, and called my mum and said, "There's one here. It's the last one. Do I get it?" Because obviously it's 100 quid. That's a fair amount of money. So yeah, I'm so happy that I managed to get it, and yeah, it's probably one of my favourite pieces in the collection. I think the number's like 2,000. I can check now. Hold on. It was 3,045. So yeah, I think it's out of like 5,000. I think. Don't quote me on that.
So that's roughly a sort of midway-ish number. But
yeah,
I mean, fair enough, because
such a great present.
I mean, the 11 Doctor set is one of my favourite things in my collection. So
oh yeah, I remember getting that on my 6th birthday.
Yeah, I'd love to have the 13 Doctor one. Just wanted to ask, anything Doctor Who related you're asking for this year? Anything on the list?
Well, pretty much all of my presents every year.
Yeah, same.
Doctor Who, I've asked for pretty much the remainder of the B&M sets that I haven't been able to get this year, excluding the Unit 1975 one and the Companions of the Third and Fourth Doctor ones. Might get them for my birthday next year, but not entirely fussed about those ones. Power of the Dalek Special Edition, Fury from the Deep, and Faceless ones, yeah, that's about it. And of course the annual, because like I said, tradition.
Yeah, there's a few things for me, but the main one that's sort of, that's Doctor Who related really is, in terms of figures, the Asylum of the Daleks figure set, the 3-pack with the 3 Daleks.
I remember,
yeah,
because I forgot I got that.
I always wanted it, and I remember one time I basically got scammed because I was very young and stupid, and I thought, great deal. It was £6 on either eBay or Amazon, and then it just, after about a week I checked and I realised it was apparently coming from China, and the whole thing was just dodgy and it just never ever arrived. But I've always wanted it. and I noticed recently that it came back up on Amazon, or maybe it just never left. But I don't often check Amazon for Doctor Who figures, but I noticed they still actually had it on there for about 50-ish quid, which I think is quite decent. So
50? Alright.
yeah, I think that's quite good. So I'm hoping for
Considering
that.
it was like 30 quid originally.
Yeah, exactly, and
bad.
it sort of became a bit rare-ish for a while. So
Yeah.
It does look like a very
good
nice set. So yeah, that's sort of one thing. But I guess we'll wrap this up here. Do you want to do the outro? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, hope you've all enjoyed this, even though it's only 2/5 of us. We hope that you all have a wonderful Christmas, however you wish to spend it this year. And we hope to see you in another video in the new year. So, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year.